What's up? We're the Freestyle Freaks on HoundsRadio.net. I'm Rapper Rotten, also known as DJ Noise. This is the crazy ass comedian, Billy the Kid. What's up? How was your weekend, brother?
I couldn't do it like I wanted to.
What you played? Penny slots?
Nah, only because I had company. I like the table.
Wait a minute, you played it.
I like the table.
Admit it. You old. He plays the penny slots. You know damn well when you start playing penny slots, you old.
Hey, nah, hey, listen. You hit on the penny slots.
You're old. You're old.
Listen, man, like you could actually hit on the penny slots.
You know. While you were at AC, I went up to Parks just for a couple hours. I'm constantly complaining to the wife that we never do anything. So I captured the most random time to do something. I said, let's go to Parks.
Take a loss.
I didn't lose that much. I lost a couple of bucks, not much. I played frugal this time.
I didn't lose.
I played.
Personally, my mom lost. My mom is the reason I lost.
I played differently this time. I played smart. I went there with a certain amount, but I still left with more than half that amount. You know what I'm saying? That's rare for me. I've been in AC and I've lost. I'm not gonna say how much I lost. But at one time I had a couple bucks where I can do that. You know what I'm saying? And now I have another addition to the family. Times are tough. Bills are more. So you got to pinch. So I play roulette. I'm a roulette guy. I stayed in my game. I love roulette, man. Let me tell you. I don't look like a roulette guy, but I love roulette. Occasionally, I'll play cards with some friends here and there. I love Texas Hold'em. I haven't played in a minute. Of course, blackjack. I'm good at that. But my game at casinos is roulette. I just love. I strategically watch the runs. Certain colors. Black is one of my favorite colors against red.
Hey, real quick, somebody was like, "Who the rapper y'all got on with the dreads?"
Oh, you're a rapper?
I
Oh, that's right. You're a rapper. You are a rapper.
I'm like, me?
They messing with you, bro. They messing with you.
Hey, nah, do you know? I actually had to catch myself because one of my captions was, I said they saying I look like a rapper, and as many notifications went off on that picture, I was like, wait, I did rap for comedy. I was like, how could I forget?
You have rapped on here. You have rapped at a comedy show. Like
I had a whole album out.
You have your own. You have your thing. So how was your weekend? Pardon us for starting a little late, but we're right on the time. Or actually right on.
Shout out to Carl. Shout out my man Carl.
Shout out to the viewers. Always listening to us. We are I'm happy to say this. We're gonna be moving into a new studio soon, very soon. As soon as next month. I don't know exactly the date, but that is in the process of cementing. So that's next month. Next month, once we move in there, we're going to have interviews after interviews. I have people approaching me, coming to me. I'm in talks with a couple of people. So we got some interviews, ready to bless that building. That's why we have been, I've been holding back.
Yeah, I feel like we've been doing all right, man. Like we've been holding our own with just the two of us.
We are very entertaining by ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say that interviews don't help us because, we're not that entertaining where we get 400 or 500 views. And I mean, thank you to
views are from Midwest and
Winston.
Cali and stuff.
Winston Dramatic. We got that was a nice nice night.
I said it's cool of you guys to get Busta Rhymes on the show.
Yeah, we can listen. That'd be great. You are Busta Rhymes. Say, yeehaw, you are. I'm on the check.
I get Snoop and Waka Flocka a lot. I get Snoop.
I can see
Waka.
Busta Rhymes is in the in the
early 90s.
in the '96 era.
Yeah.
You know, '96.
Especially if I got it tied up. Yeah, but I get
When he first came out, with that ooh-ha, because I got you all in check.
I get Snoop a lot. Snoop is a lot, and I mean like older, like the old.
Because you always rock the black shades.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you don't know.
Really, Ruben? Really?
What did you say? Are you fucking with me? Are you fucking with us?
Yeah.
You're back there too, motherfucker. You know me. I'm gonna keep it real. You back there too. You like to christen your ass,
and this is
walking
what we
back
do.
here and forth.
And that's why we hold the show down, even when we got guests, because even with the guests, we do this to them.
But the thing is, we
bring a lot of viewers though.
We really have nothing written. Like we just come on here with no type of plan.
Yeah.
Just wing this shit.
Listen,
I remember when the first
stuff that happened. Like, let's talk about it.
I remember in the past when we were going back 5 years, and we will let you guys know next month will be our 5-year anniversary being on air here. So that's gonna be a big thing. I can't believe we've made it this long, 5 years. Some shows on TV don't even get that. So I mean, listen.
Yeah, we watched a lot of y'all kids grow up.
Yeah, exactly. Some kids
grew up off of this.
Yeah, exactly. Some kids grew up watching us.
Yeah.
We've kept it really, really clean. We've tried to.
We've been here through y'all relationships, when y'all got together, when y'all broke up, when y'all got back together.
If you've been together off and on 10 years or 5 years, okay, you broke up 10 times. We've been there. We've been there with y'all.
Broke up 30 times all by text message. Like, who was there for you? Us. We were there for you.
We've been there 5 years.
We comforted you. We talked about a whole bunch of silly shenanigans to get your mind off.
And we still continue to talk about silly shenanigans.
Yep. And I'm even going to bring little flashcards for kids, like when they do tune in. We're going to have like a Sesame segment.
No, we do have our daughters as our
as guests,
co-guest, co-host.
Yeah.
So they sometimes they try to take over the show.
Right.
That's always been good. We had the little, we had some of the plays on in the last 5 years.
We gotta bring that back, man.
We've also had
daughters again.
We've also had, some of those, step teams, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I mean, we've had a
DJ setting up equipment.
In the last 5 years, Ruben, I think you have to say we've had some great guests on this show.
So what was what's your most like memorable one? Or I mean, like they just jump out to the front of your mind, like without having to think or go through archives. What's the one that's
one of my favorite interviews, and it wasn't rap. The first and foremost was the Santiago interview.
Right.
That it was just so nothing was written down. It was just he just sat back and just opened up, and you got to know who this guy was. You know what I'm saying? I love
his stories, man.
And I mean, it was just so touching, so an original.
When he talk about where he from and coming up as a kid, he just take you right away.
I have so much respect for him. Truthfully, I have so much respect for the guy because, I mean, he's doing his thing. He set out to accomplish something and he's doing it. You know what I'm saying? And he's doing it methodically. So much respect for him.
My favorite show, which was low key, but the reason it's my favorite show because I still rock out to his stuff now, was when Cassius came on.
Yeah, Cassius. Didn't he retire?
Nah.
He's still doing his thing?
He doing his thing, man.
We gotta get him back up on here.
I'm telling you, please do.
We should.
Ever since he gave me that album, my daughter know that album.
That album was.
I got that in the car now.
That album was.
We played that on the way to Atlantic City just this weekend. So shout out to Cassius, man. You make some good music. Kid.
You know what? You might have to give me a copy of that because I don't know. Listen, I got kids and. You understand. Sometimes things get thrown in the back and disappear.
I took care. I took very good care
of
my CD.
I probably have a copy. Yeah. But I can use a copy.
Yeah, shout out to Cassius.
This is Cassius there, right? Is that Cassius there? No.
And Cassius.
He's not even in the
with DJ E. like they do a lot together, and like that's some underground stuff, man. I was chopping it up with E one day. I forgot how the conversation even came up. He was like, "Nah, Cassius, that's my man." He was like, "He come to the studio all the time." I was like, "Yo," it's like he's a huge influence on my daughter. Like my daughter loves his music, man, and you know he's a real. I mean, of course. You know,
real
like,
humble too, right?
Diverse and
So,
DJ Juice. Like, trust me,
I mean, I
love every.
Let's
guest
not
that
take
came
away,
on here.
you know,
I love every.
Diverse
guest that
comes
came
on here,
yeah.
and he's just on a different. He's on his
regal.
own different
like,
level. You know what I'm saying?
Like when he come in, man, it remind me of like Coming to America. Like when you hear the drum, and then like they dropping the rose petals at him and stuff. Like you, like we really.
And he always has, a squad with him.
Yeah,
and they're always
the
like, you know, they're always, you know, not, and most of them rap as well. You know what I'm saying? It's like a, you know, you know,
all of
today's
them
version of a Wu-Tang kind of type of thing.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
From Black Mike, man, to 40. 40's a beast, man. And so shout out there because he never really say much when he come on a show. You know, and I got to know him, you know, a little bit more personally. I was working with him, man. But I got to hear his bars like for the first time, man. I'm like why you be so quiet? Like you a beast.
Mike,
like, he's a beast.
Are we talking about? You're not talking about Mike, right?
Not Black Mike is a beast too.
Yeah,
Mike is a
Hey,
beast.
doesn't he work with you too?
No, we actually work for opposite companies. Like
Okay.
our companies.
Because you know
are
it's crazy because I seen him.
Friends.
I see he popped up in my job once. I'm like,
Hey,
"What the hell you doing here?"
That's crazy.
I said, "They, you know, that's some fucked up shit. They just about fucking hire anybody up in this bitch." And he looked at me, started laughing. You know what I'm saying?
That's how we bumped into each other. Like that's crazy because we work for opposing companies. Like our companies are competition.
Yeah, but you know what? When it's out there on the field, it's like it's all respect. You know what I'm saying?
Of course,
everybody
man.
works together. You know what I'm saying? Because
Listen.
we're all trying to accomplish one thing.
Hey, look,
we're all trying to get everybody drunk. You know what I'm saying?
Now my company might not want to.
I mean, not
but
drunk,
I pull my truck over and help him. You know what I mean? Whether my company like it or not.
Yeah, I gotta say that they are very.
You know, at the end of the day, that's my little brother right there.
I got respect for the LRE group.
All of them. Every last one of them.
They always come on and give a hell of a show. You know, Paul Perez, that show was crazy.
Hey,
so much
man.
controversy, you know, electric lines falling. You know what I'm saying? It was so much sabotage behind it. But the interview itself was on a different level.
It was real.
The second
genuine.
one here.
When
actually, both of them.
When he sat back and he crossed his leg,
The first
that was
at the other
nothing.
building, right?
That
The other
was
building.
Nothing I had
The
ever
other-
seen
that was
a
the first-
politician do.
Yeah, he was just
Every
like, you know what?
politician I had ever met was real stiff and uptight, and he sat back in the seat and crossed his leg, and that made me ease down. Like I'll never forget that interview. When he sat back
that
and
was
crossed
chill,
his
right?
leg, I was
He brought
like,
he brought a couple of his friends, and
he really came to chop
it was
up
just chill. It was just a chill.
Yeah, he was mellow.
You know,
he was real
it
mellow.
was listen. I gotta say, we've had a blessing to you had like JP and Shaw. You know what I'm saying? Those guys.
Man, hey,
you know,
we can go on and
playing
on about
tracks.
guests. We can go on and on
You
and on
know.
about guests, man. But how was your weekend?
My weekend. Listen, it was I actually I worked Sunday. I had off Friday and Saturday. I rarely get Friday and Saturday off. So thank you to my boss who gave me those 2 days off.
What you get
I
into?
didn't
What you get into?
Listen, I got into shit. Nothing. Saturday night, I tried to have a bonfire, but the wind was just horrendous. It couldn't appeal to anything. So, and Friday, I went to Parks and chilled with the wife a little. It was Friday. Chilled. But it was chill. And today my wife, I took off today from work. My wife went to have a procedure done. She had some skin cancer. And this goes on the years after year after year. Every time I see her on the beach or, just laying out or, at a pool, she's always putting that oil on, just the oil. And, I've always told her, I'm saying, yo, you shouldn't do that. You have no idea how bad the sun is. I mean, the sun is bad for you these days. So she continued over the years. I mean, truthfully, we've been together almost 18 years. You know what I'm saying? And over those years, I've always told her, yo, you got to watch. Me, I venture out in the sun, sometimes without sunscreen, but I don't do it to instigate the sun. You know what I'm saying? I don't put
Gotta
oil.
respect the sun.
I don't put oil to cook myself. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
you gotta respect the sun. The sun is this is energy that I will never touch in my life. Never see.
Man, it's just one of them things in life that you have to respect. Like you gotta respect the sun because it dictates how long you live. You gotta respect the ocean because
the sun. Listen, without the sun, life can't
swallow you.
exist.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, without the
man.
sun, life cannot exist. So, you know, something like
I
that.
mean, listen, it's a life giver and it's a life taker,
Taker, yeah.
man. And you know,
too much. You know, you need some of it, but too
Serious.
much of it will kill you. So, you know,
real
hopefully
stuff.
they got it all. You know, I feel for her because she's in pain. You know, she's worried about, you know, scars, and she's worried about.
Didn't she get sunburnt that one something like is that her? They got sunburnt like it almost like barely moved.
You know, that was
Yeah, but still, you gotta be careful out there with that stuff.
she's got a bandage here, and she's like, oh, you know, I don't know how people are gonna look at me. I'm like, listen, just tell the truth.
Yeah, don't
You got to a bar fight and stabbed somebody, and somebody stabbed you. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Amp up the story. Like,
you know
listen,
what I'm saying?
All right, now listen. They were jumping routes. You had to jump over the car. You
Why you gonna
clocked one
say
of
you're
them.
jumping me?
I don't know. Just amp it up. Make it sound good. So, you know, shout out to her, man. You know, she's tough. Shout out to Georgette as well, man. You know, with people inside the recovery processes, man, because, you know, not to get too deep into it, man, but she had went in, you know, to get, you know, checked up and came out with some good news. You know, so shout out to Georgette for that.
She's been battling for. Oh,
Yeah.
I have much respect for her never giving up.
I tell her, man, like, yo, she's my hero. And then my sister was at the laundromat, and she saw Mike in there folding clothes. She wasn't sure it was Mike, but he took a phone call. It was like, it's MJ Brooks. And she was like a groupie. And she was like, and I started to tell you, she's like, I was gonna call you, but then I was gonna text you, and I was like, oh my God. I was like, you should have just went up and said, hey, you know, I'm Billy's sister. She's like, and I started to. I was gonna do that, but I just stood there, just stuck. I'm like, groupie. Man, but back, my AC trip, yeah, I'm getting old. Like, my nieces and them went out. So they went out. They planned on going out. It was probably like 8:30, 9 o'clock. So they asked me and Sheba, do we want to roll? Initially, we like, all right, we thinking it's something simple. Hit the boardwalk, you know, catch a nice breeze, yada, yada, yada. They want to turn up and go to the club. These girls was in the bathroom from 8:30 to 10:30. Just in the bathroom. That's just getting ready alone. Once you get a certain age, once you sit down for a long period of time, all your plans change. And we just left their room. You
mean your legs start to get
back,
hurt,
everything,
back.
and then you start getting sleepy. We never made it out. They're in there putting on heels, they're putting on lashes and makeup and all type of other stuff. And we left a room and we went to go get something to eat. And she looked over at me. She goes, I don't feel like going out. I was like, I don't feel like going out either. She was like, I was only going to go out because I thought you wanted to go out. Well, I was only going out because I thought you wanted to go out. I don't want to go out. We don't have to go out. Let's just go the hell to the room and watch some old people.
Don't you hate that shit? You argue about going out and then you end up going out anyway.
But we didn't. Old age kicked in. These were 20-somethings. And let me tell you about these 20-somethings.
Usually when I argue about that, I end up going.
Listen to hell here.
That's because we only get a babysitter at that certain time.
These 20-year-olds came to our room at 6 in the morning. It's pretty much daylight by the time they came in the room. They came in the room. We had to get up at 10 because it was checkout. That's 4 hours of sleep. Now, mind you, we didn't go out. So I'm messing with my nieces. So I said, I bet y'all can't just get up and do some jumping jacks. My niece rolls out of bed, instantly starts doing jumping jacks. I said, that's that 20-year-old shit right there. Because ain't no way in hell I could party, get drunk all night, come in at 6, get up, and then just do some jumping jacks. Listen.
I can do that. I can.
More power to you.
I can do that.
Bottle that energy. Bottle that.
I can still do that.
Keep it. Keep that.
I am proud that I can still do that.
Man, listen.
I'm blessed.
I get on the dance floor. When I wake up the next morning, I feel like I'm walking with 89 cents loose change in both of my shoes. I don't have the knees for it. I don't have the ankles for it. I don't have, listen, even just love making could be trying times. Your shoulder ever lock up? You ever get that? Like you in mid stroke and you gotta try to hurry up, change. Look. We're gonna have to change position. We're gonna have to change positions.
Whoa. No.
Cause my shoulder just locked up, baby.
My shoulder doesn't lock up. It's my fucking legs. Okay.
that good old Charlie horse.
Charlie horse kills me all the time.
Now, do you stop or do you just keep going through it and deal with the repercussions later?
Mama never raised me to be a punk. And never quit.
Yo.
So I listen.
I remember
going.
the bottom
I keep
of
going.
the bottom
I
of
keep
both
going.
of my feet cramped up. I don't
I'm
even
like,
know how the hell this
almost
happened.
there.
I don't even know how it happened. I felt my feet cramping up.
So when it is there, it's like the yell. It's a little bit more like.
They think that you're enjoying yourself and having a good time. They're like, yeah, you
more
enjoying
intense.
yourself,
Like,
baby. You're like, yes, I am. And you go straight to the fucking bathroom and just start rubbing icy hot all down your leg. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
Nah, it's.
Gotta take a bath with some Epsom salt, man. They're like, yo, why you walking all
Charlie
funny?
horses
Like, I had one
100%.
heck of a night last night.
Charlie horses are. I hate Charlie horses, especially when you're sleeping in the middle of the night
Oh, gosh.
and you get into the real good dream, and you don't want to get up, and all of a sudden it's like it calls you, like you're like you wake up. You wake up out of bed, like you're possessed by an alien or some demonic, knock on wood. I'm just saying, you wake up out of you're sleeping, you're like, I'll be like and they look at you like, what in the just happened to you?
I'm getting
Charlie
old.
horse.
That's what's happening.
Charlie horse. You're like, damn, I thought it was a bad dream.
That neck cramp is the worst. Like, listen, you ever go to sleep with your neck one way for a long period of time?
Yep,
as soon as you try to go, you're like, oh, what the heck is happening here? And you got to kind of slowly put it back the other way just to get the muscles back working.
You know what? Since we're talking about these ailments, you know what is a mother? You know what is a mother? What you know what is a real bitch?
What's that?
Is when you get a pulled groin muscle. Okay.
Yeah.
Those things hurt.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
That inner thigh.
Like,
and it take a while to recover back.
And whatever you do, like, it's like you're trying to stress it out. You're trying to like take some Advil. You're trying to think like, what in the world? What in the world is going on?
Yeah.
It's just unbearable to walk. Listen,
getting old.
That old age. Listen, I get that. I get Charlie horses. I get spasms, my neck spasms sometimes.
I hate this one. And
when I yawn, my neck like
snaps
and locks.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I'm like, I'm like,
I do that every now and then.
And I feel like, what in the world?
Your jaw just broke or something.
What did I do to deserve this? And I'm sitting there stiff. I'm like, fucking old age.
Hey, the thing I hate the most is when I go to sleep and like my arm, like I go to sleep with my arm up, and I'm trying not to do this anymore. And when I get up and I go to move, my arm is completely dead. Now my body will turn this way, but my arm is still here. Like, you ever wake up and just swore that you broke your arm? It's just dangling.
Oh, yeah.
Or you sleep on it too long.
Or when it falls asleep.
Oh, and now
the feet.
You got to ease up off of it
my leg
and get
falls asleep.
the needles and stuff.
And I'm like,
it's like 1,000
and
needles.
I can't even walk, and I feel like I just broke my foot.
That's how I feel when I sit on the toilet for like 2 hours posting memes, and then your butt start falling asleep, and your legs.
You gotta watch. You can get hemorrhoids like that. That shit hurts. You gotta watch that shit, man. That shit happens. It's real shit, man. That's real life.
Listen, man, I got a two-step. I got a mean two-step. That's it. I'll do that all night. You probably get 2 good dips out of me.
With dancing?
That's it. That's it.
I can still do. I can do everything I used to do when I was 35, 30, 25, 20.
The effects just a little different.
But
recovery
the
time.
side effects, not the effects, the side effects. Because the effects, they still put out quality moves, and it's just the side effects afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yo, Ralph, you killed it on the dance floor. I know.
All right, now, what about that? What about that pain
That
you get
shit
like
hurts.
3 days later, and like that you feel it, and you got to ask yourself, what the hell did I do for this to be? And then it hits you like,
yeah, I was
trying to do the percolator. That was the percolator.
That is me. I still do the percolator, and I mean, it's just a cool.
I'm
dance.
hurting just thinking about the percolator right now. You know how much movement?
Is the percolator still
Time for the percolator.
Listen, is the percolator still relevant to today's time?
Yeah, you know how many people will play that beat with 1,000 people and watch 999 people do it?
Not everybody. Listen, I played it a couple times at a couple parties, and they didn't know jack shit about it.
Listen, cut on the percolator right now. Sadly, I'm gonna do it.
Like,
but even more sadly, I'm gonna be hurting in the morning.
Real talk, I played it once, a couple times, and they didn't know what it was. I was like, oh my God, I'm in the wrong. It's a Twilight Zone.
They like, man, we don't want to hear the percolator. Play Soldier Boy. Crank that Superman.
No, I don't. Listen, truthfully, I don't even have that in my playlist.
Yo,
Honest to God, I don't.
I keep up with my daughter's dances. Like when she does the floss, I could do the floss. Of course, I can dab. I can nay-nay.
I can do the floss
I can
a little.
shoot,
Not
shoot,
really.
Shoot.
Not really. I do it like a geriatrics guy.
I'm
hurting.
Uh-oh.
Like I'm hurting. I'm hurting my hip. Like my hip. I'm breaking my hip at the same time I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying?
All right, I'm done. Why would you cut the percolator on?
All right, you can. That's
Ruben, get on camera and do it.
I think that's Cashmere 1993, 94.
I'll do it in my seat all day. I can percolate in my seat. Hey.
Cashmere 1994.
Hey. I ain't about to get up and do it.
All right. Simmer down, Ruben. We don't need no percolating over here. We don't need no percolating. We got this dude over here. Great.
Turning up in the seat. I'm not getting up doing this. That's the difference. I'm not getting up doing this.
Didn't you hear? I get Charlie horses, pull leg and pull nut muscles. That shit does hurt.
Man, listen. My ankle got this thing like where I'm going up steps and it just. What the? Heck? Why? Why would you have it snapped all day long?
Listen, I get it. It does that to me.
You wait till I go up some steps.
It really does that to me. So, I don't know. Is there any news? I've been so busy. I've been so tired. I've been so occupied that I haven't had a chance to look at news. Truthfully.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
It was.
Although
I don't want to talk about the news though. I want to talk about what you had going on this week.
But wait a minute. Murphy just signed a rain tax. Now what the hell is up with that?
They want to charge you for the rain on your house and your taxes. Oh no, it's something about with the flood insurance and all of that. It's tied into that.
I'm gonna start collecting my rainwater then. Shit.
Yeah. So what was?
That means if you charge me rain tax, then I'm gonna collect my water and I'm gonna use it.
I want to know what was going on at this school.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, last week some kids were bothering my daughter.
Right.
They surrounded her, so much that she was in fear. She had to run and hide into one of those little tube things. I never want to see my daughter hurt or in fear. Nobody. It breaks my heart that my daughter had to go through that.
Nobody at all wants to see that or go.
So like any parent, you do know who I am. I can have a dark side if dark side needs to come out. Listen, if I need to break some heads, kick some ass,
but
create World War III, I could do that.
Right.
But I'm not, I'm in a type of position in my life to where I want to try to take all the precautionary protocols to handle every situation properly.
Then get to that.
And legally and peacefully, without endangering my squad, my family.
So you went down and talked to the principal.
Well, so before I went to the principal, I called the Board of Education. This is the kid that I've already dealt with, and I had to call the cops for. So what I did was I said, you know what? I told the secretary of the superintendent. I said, and let him know that I'm going to the school now to meet with him. Whether he is there or not, I'm gonna wait for him. We will meet. So me and the wife walked in there. And they were like, "Oh, he's not here. Well, we're not gonna leave. We're gonna wait for him. We gotta do it all day. We'll do this. So tomorrow, the next day." And so he was supposedly at a meeting. And perfect timing. Maybe he was notified that we were gonna be on the way. He showed up. We sat down, and I said, "Listen, I don't want a 10-day, 20-day. I don't want you to wait 10 days to take action. I want you to take action now. You don't need no investigation. It needs to be done ASAP. My daughter should not have to be in fear to come to school.
How many kids was it?
6 to 10 kids.
6 to 10 kids.
Yeah. So, you know, I said...
What was the center of it all?
It was, you know, it was... I'm not going to get into any detail. I'm just going to say, listen, kids messed with her. They didn't touch her, but they scared her. They kind of secluded her, which is a bullying thing. It falls under the bullying. And they singled her out and, you know, picked on her. So that is another form of bullying.
Mm-hmm.
So the last time I called the cops on this one individual, because it was just he was retaliating on her every day. I'm like, I was getting to my last nerve, and so I said, call the cops now. So they came, took care of it, you know, and the next day it was handled. You know, 2 years later, this kid is messing with her again. So I said, listen, if you don't take care of it, I'm going to call the cops. I'm going to go to the police station. I'm going to file charges against the student and the parents, respectfully. I said, I don't give a shit. If I got to come here tomorrow, the next day after that, next day, until this is corrected, until this is fixed. You know, I said, I'm not taking no for an answer. I said, this is my daughter. I said, she should not be in fear. This is out of control. I want to know what is the proper protocols to how to handle the kids outside. Because apparently for about 1 to 2 to 3, 4, 5 minutes, this was able to transpire. So I don't know what happened, who dropped the ball out there, and I want to know why it was not prevented. So I'm yet to call the superintendent to ask him why that didn't happen. That didn't happen. Because you know what? I don't want it to be my child again. I don't want it to be somebody else's child.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna make a ripple, I'm gonna tear up everything. I'm gonna make sure that, listen, I want to make sure this shit doesn't happen again. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we sat with the parents. I said, listen, I explained to them, my daughter should not have happened to have been chased. She should not singled out. She should not be feared. You know, she should not be intimidated. You know, I said, I grew up fighting. I said, do that to me. I'm built for that. My daughter isn't built for that. She's a female. She's got a great heart. She goes to church. She's loving. She don't deserve that. Bring that to me.
Word. You
want to jump me? You want to fight me? Do it. Bring it. I'll do it all day long. I said, but you know what? I can't do that. I'm a father. I'm a grown up now. I got responsibilities. I said, next time it happens, though, I'm going to Hamilton Police. I'm pressing charges on the parents and the respected child. And I said, I'm not going to lose sleep over it. I said, I do not care. I said, I've had it to where, I said, and on top of that, I will file this lawsuit against the school, and then you guys will pay my salary so that I can take care of my daughter. So just like that. And the parents apologized. You know, as men, I got up and shook the father's hand. It was so solidarity. You know what? Through this, we can still be peaceful. You know what I'm saying? And I felt that me and my wife accomplished so much by handling it the way we handled it, instead of getting crazy. And, you know, you can't, sometimes it's just easier to get crazy and lose control. I want to kick somebody's ass, but you gotta let the right authorities handle the right situations. You know what I'm saying? This way, you know, because everything you do now, there's repercussions. You know, let's say I go and fight. Let's say I go and kick some kid's ass. House gonna lock me up. I'm gonna lose my job. Might lose my house. You know what I'm saying? You know, the wife might divorce me. You know, that's worst case scenario. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, nobody would hate me for beating some kid's ass, for him picking on my daughter if the school didn't do nothing. Knock on wood. You know what I'm saying? But I don't ever want to put myself in that situation. You know what I'm saying? Listen, if it's high school now, and the boy's bigger than me, you know how some of these high school boys are, they're big. And you going out with my daughter and you hurt her, best believe I'm kicking your ass. I don't care how old you are. And you're in high school, you know better. You're right for an ass whooping. So don't let that be known now. If somebody mess with my girl in high school, I'm kicking somebody's ass. How big? I don't care how big they are. They can be scrawny or they can be big. I'm gonna kick their ass. Yep. You ain't messing with my daughter. Fuck that.
Yeah,
real talk.
I definitely wanted to touch bases on that.
And I'm gonna train my boy. And I'm gonna train my son.
I saw that.
To kick ass. I'm saying I'm definitely training him to kick ass. He's gonna be bigger than me. I'm gonna make sure he uses that power for the right. I don't want him to do the same shit that I did growing up.
Shout out to Isabella, man. You know, it take a lot of courage. You know, you're not weak. You know, like you're not a punk. None of that other stuff.
And she handled it. And I'm proud of her.
You did what
she
was
handled
right.
it correctly. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I mean, to the kids, you know, I'm not about to get on them or blast them. You know, at the time, shame on y'all. You know, y'all kids.
But they all apologize. You know, whoever, the ones that we met apologized.
And that was big of you know, you and the parents to, you know, meet up and shake, you know, and, you know, get everybody involved as a community, you know, because again, like they said, it takes a village to pretty much raise a child.
And I gotta listen.
All heads on deck.
And sometimes the school. I mean, sometimes some of the parents don't agree with the principal. They don't like him. In this instance, I have to be very proud and very happy of the outcome of how he handled it. You know, he took me serious enough to where I'm gonna make sure this is handled ASAP. You know, so I commend him. You know what I'm saying? He has also, you know, I put my daughter in his hands. You know what I'm saying? And you know, he as a father understood my grief.
I want to touch on bullying. I don't like bullying at all. No matter what age it is.
I was bullied. I was bullied, and then as I evolved into a teenager, I used to kick people's asses. You know, that's how I learned.
And that's what happens.
You look at my knuckles. They're all black.
That's what happens. That's
fighting
that's
all,
what
all
makes,
my life.
That's what makes the fighter. Like all the way to the jokes that I have. You know, a lot of people go, you know, Dad, you know, you're pretty good at cracking on people. Man, like, you know, you're a beast at cracking on people. In a sense, that's how I was bullied. You know, I mean, I would see the one kid coming that would always talk about me, and I would try to cross the street, and he would cross the street right where I was going. Talk about me. And, you know, I would want to cry, and I would want to hit him. But I'm like, I can't hit him because he didn't put his hands on me. But every time he insulted me, he talked about my clothes. Maybe they was too tight. They wasn't name brand. My haircut and all this other stuff was getting the best of me. He didn't care if I was taking to the groceries with my mom, if I was by myself or with anybody. And just one in particular day, it's like, you know, okay, the victim starts fighting back. And I just got loud. I got real loud with it. I just started talking about his shoes. And I had to be real fast. I had to be real loud. I couldn't let him get an edge in. I was like, well, look at your shoes. Well, look at your shirt. And look at your hat. And then look at this. And it backed him down. It backed him down. Before I knew it, I had the leverage. Then after that, it was just, I was full on. I was full on with it. And I would be on him until he had to respect me. And we became good friends. We became very good friends. But that was stepping up to the bully. It shouldn't have to take that. But that was stepping up to the bully. And after that, I was a beast at it, but I would never pick on nobody. I would actually look after the people who were getting, you know, mistreated the most. So it's like, if he went up to somebody and start messing with them, I'd jump in for them and start getting back at him. And that's the way that I am now. You know, like, I'm not with jumping nobody either. Jumping got to be the weakest form ever. Like, if it's like 5 guys and it's like one person, what do every last one of y'all need to hit this person for? What is everybody? Because everybody got to prove their strength. Everybody has to prove how strong that punch is. And you never know what that last punch or that last kick might be.
Truthfully.
That actually determine whether somebody lives or dies, or whether they're in a normal state or in a vegetable state. Fighting is not cool. That's the last, it's the very last resort that you should have to go down to.
True story. You know, growing up, you know, I was in a kind of life of fighting. You know, I'm gonna say I did some of my share of jump, but I gotta say I got jumped more times out of. I don't even. People try to jump me, and I used to fight. You know, like, I didn't care. I used to fight. I just didn't give a shit. You know, like, growing up, you know, grew up with no father, grew up where, you know, your parents are both occupied in some kind of capacity. You grow up poor, you know, where I got to go out and sell baseball cards to get meals on the table. Me, my own little young self, you know. I never had Jordans. You know, I never really had a TV. There was a time that we didn't have electricity. You know, I mean, it was I knew what living in the streets, living on the, you know, poor living poor was about. I lived on the streets. I've been poor. I've been on where staying here, staying there. And I've been there. I've been kicked out. You know, that's been my life. You know, it's you know, growing up. You know, so I know what it is to be there. You know, it's just listen. How I'm here, it's a blessing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How
it made you the person that you are now.
How
you know?
I've evolved and let it create the person I am today is a blessing every day, because I could have turned into, no disrespect to any of my friends that have been affected by, you know, addiction, but I could have been, you know, listen, I love to drink. I don't think I'm addicted to it. You know, I don't need it, you know, to function. You know what I'm saying? I love it. I ain't gonna lie. I love it. I love it so much that I'm close to that, you know, but I don't love it that much to where I could say, hey, I have an issue. You know what I'm saying? I love it. I love it so much to where I respect it. I respect it enough to understand it and to educate myself about it, because we're in that business. You know what I'm saying? So
to not let it get the best of you,
exactly,
and to have you out there fighting, especially coming from a fighting background or a fighting history, you know the difference. Like, look, I'm just trying to go out and drink and have a good time.
That's
you
it.
Know, like that.
And listen, sometimes you see me out here drunk. Listen, if you got issues with Drunk Ralph, you're gonna have to take it with Drunk Ralph then, because once a sober Ralph is 2, he don't know that shit. So you know,
it's like, what we argue.
We argue.
Like,
nah, you know, but sometimes, you know, 80% of the time. All right, we'll say 95% of the time, I'm cool. I'm chill. You know what I'm saying? I'm really happy. I'm really, like, you know, crazy. I'm like, you know, I'm carefree. But sometimes it could alter me depending on the situations. You know, somebody could say something crazy and, you know, just turn me and make me into a pissed off person. But, you know, everybody's been there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I had a.
Listen, 95%. Listen, you know, 95% of the time I'm drunk.
I started young. I started very young.
I started young too.
I had a problem in my teens.
Well, I started. When I got kicked out. I got kicked out of Trenton High. I went to school. I went to 3 high schools. I went to Hamilton West. Got kicked out for fighting. Although it wasn't me. I got kicked out for fighting, and I was living in Trenton. So I got shipped to Trenton. And so, you know, I thought that, okay, you know, I can handle this. Another school, no. They wanted to jump my sister. They didn't know who I was. You know, we got into fights and stuff. I got kicked out of there. Okay. Then I went to Nottingham, and I got my grades, you know. And I was a good student. But get me outside, and you want to fight me? We're fighting. You know what I'm saying? But that was my life, man. It's crazy. Like I said, it's a blessing. It's what I've become and how I've become.
And what you did was that you took that and you made the life for your daughter, because you knew what you didn't want her to be or become.
Exactly.
You know, that's how every generation. You know,
don't get me wrong. Listen. If I gotta kick somebody's ass, I was at a look. I'm not gonna say the location, but I was at a store. We'll say within the 2 months, within 2, 3, 4 months, we'll say, I was at a location, and some dude was messing with me, just pissing me off. I had a long day. I said, if you do not want to mess with me, I will kill you. I said, you don't know me. I will single-handedly beat your ass. And he got mouthy, and you know, I said, okay, old Ralph, let's bring you out. So, you know, I went, you know, I took off the jacket, you know, rolled up my sleeves. I said, you know, I pulled something out. I said, listen, you don't know, I didn't pull out a gun. I ain't like that. I pulled something out, you know. So listen, you don't know who the hell you messing with. I best you believe, get your ass out of here before I kick your ass. So you better watch who you messing with. You know, it turns out he was on drugs and stuff. You know, but you don't know who's out there. You know what I'm saying?
I'm looking at Jay Bless's comment, and he said that his elementary and junior high experience was just like that. You know, he said bullies rarely approach you one-on-one. You know, they always, you know, pretty much, you know, gang up on you. And
Yeah,
You know,
I was
and-
getting. I
and
was.
It's like
I was
sometimes
bullied.
like how it turns, like it make people just like this right here. You know, like you get bullied for so long, or you know, this is that and the third. Like what happens is it's like that don't make you a bully.
True
I
story.
mean, like once you turn that around and like you start like really getting at them, you become the person that actually look after people because you don't want to see them get bullied because you had went through it. And
True story.
it, you know, it's a weak form. You know, I'm not with ganging up on anybody.
True
you know?
story. A story that I really rarely tell people. When I was in first grade, I was at Carol Robbins in Trenton, and the way they set their desks was kind of like in a circle, kind of. So you know, I was terribly bullied in that class, first grade. They had rubber bands and they would take paper clips and hit me with them. And the teacher would sit there and cheer them on. Cheer them on. Cheer them on. That's a true story.
Wow.
And so one day, and so I got up, got tired of being persecuted in my own class where I was supposed to. You know, I always tried to tell somebody, nobody gave a shit. I picked up my desk and threw it at her. Got kicked out of Carol Robbins. Got sent to private school. But
You know,
I called her a disrespectful name.
wow.
I won't mention it. It was really, really disrespectful. I didn't know the meaning. I didn't know what it was. But I was so angry, you know, that I lashed out and took matters into my own hands because nobody would listen to me.
Yeah.
And we're going back.
Consequences, repercussions afterwards.
You know-
that follow.
Exactly.
You know, I didn't know. Sadly, I knew how to handle it better. You know, I wouldn't have put myself in that position. But you know, I was helpless. I was defenseless, helpless.
I hate getting
You know.
put in that position because I mean, listen, like even now
Yeah,
as
I
an
think
adult,
circumstances like that.
you know, like we still kind of face that. Like you try to do your best, you try to walk the straight and narrow path, and
But you know, I started
and then
training. I started training.
Here comes,
Right.
you know, whatever the case may be. Like, all right, I took on the approach that my brother did. Like my brother used to get bullied a lot when we stayed on Taylor Street, and he took up boxing. He started boxing for Team Post and Goss. And the same kids at the basketball courts that used to bully him, he started beating them up, and that's how he got his hood respect. When I moved in to Hamilton, the first people I met were I can say it because I'm comfortable with Mike, Felix Melendez, Jeremy Cortez. You know, a lot of kids that we had went to school with, and they used to scream my name up the street. And even in front of my mom, whatever, BJ, Blowjob, you know, right? And it was funny to them. And plus, I couldn't play no games with them. I couldn't play baseball with them. I couldn't play basketball with them. I couldn't play tag with them. And I remember my brother.
Now, listen. Hold on. Let me pause you for quick.
Yeah.
Now listen to the tables. They coming to see you ass perform.
But
Just had to throw
before
that curve in there.
But before that, it was something that led up to that. I remember my brother giving me this book bag and saying, go introduce yourself to the neighbors. And in the book bag was 2 sets of boxing gloves. And the first house that I went to was Mike Melendez's house. I was like, hey guys, you know, you guys are playing baseball and stuff. I got these boxing gloves. You guys want to try them? They were like, sure. We boxed right in his backyard. That's how I got acquainted with them. Then I went a couple houses up. Went to Jeremy's house. Hey, what's up, Jeremy? What's going on? I'm new to the neighborhood. You know, I noticed that you guys were calling me a bunch of names on your bikes and stuff.
You want to fight now?
Let's box. We boxed. And after that, it was like neighborhood to neighborhood where you had like Park Lane coming over to Linwood, Johnson Avenue coming over to Linwood, Norway coming over to Linwood because everybody heard
Y'all never bossed
this
Linwood.
new game, boxing.
Y'all never bossed Linwood. So I used to hang on Linwood. You
They
remember those days I used to hang on Linwood?
they-
Nobody came over to mess with us.
they had to show that street the respect.
Oh yeah.
Like I wasn't playing baseball and basketball. My game was boxing.
Right.
And if that's what y'all wanted to play, cool. I'm gonna play your game, but after we done yours, we gotta play mine.
Exactly. I remember when I was in high school, I was on the baseball team. There was this one kid used to mess with me, try to bully me and everything like that. But see, the thing is, I was the quiet one.
Are you on?
Can you hear me?
No.
A little bit.
Testing 1 2. 1 2.
Better.
Yeah,
Better.
Okay.
There you go.
There we go. when I was in high school, I was in the 10th grade. I didn't get bullied in ninth grade. I got, in the 10th grade. This one kid in the springtime decided, keep messing with me, right? And I was the one, I consider myself like the Japanese. You never know when they're gonna attack, right? So I let him mess with.
That's how I am.
Mess with me, right?
That's how I am. You never know when I'm gonna get you.
Exactly.
Well, when that time hits, best believe it'll be bittersweet and it'll be enjoyable.
We were on our way to a game, and he started throwing papers. I'm tired, and he kept throwing papers at me and everything like that. And I was like, yo, quit it, quit it. And he goes, oh, what you gonna do about it? You ain't gonna do nothing about it. I said, okay, we'll see. Right? So I go back to sleep, papers, and everybody say, yeah, but what you gonna do about it? He's like, the kid was sitting right behind me, right? And I realized my mom would always pack a frozen can of soda for me because in the springtime, let it defrost. Mm-hmm. Well, I had the frozen can inside my baseball glove, in my mitt. So I had my mitt on it, and glove in it. And I said, keep trying it. He said, get drunk, what are you gonna do about it? I turned around, I said, I'm warning you one more time. Do it again. I'm not responsible what happens next.
Did he kick your ass?
Turned around, went back to sleep, kept throwing paper. Like that. Said, what you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it? Turned around, had the frozen can of Sprite in my glove. Whacked him 3 times in the face with it.
Stop that.
And the whole bus was quiet. All the way to the game.
Stop that.
And all I heard was, Spinelli, what's going on down there? Well, Spinelli was messing with Ruben, and Ruben whacked him in the face 3 times with a frozen can of soda. Put his glove on. The whole bus was quiet. It was so quiet, people actually snuck around me to get off the bus. Huh. They didn't want to come near me.
Yeah.
And when I got back to school on Monday, everybody was applauding me when I got downstairs. And I said, what did I do? Right? And they're like, oh, yeah, man, we heard. You messed up Spinelli. I said, yeah, because he's always picking on him and everything like that. And ever since then, not only that, we had that fight. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I beat him up sent to sleep with a can of soda, a frozen can of Sprite, aluminum can. Mm-hmm. Hit me in the face with an aluminum can. But we actually became friends.
Yeah.
Nice. Most of the people that I end up fighting or having issues with, we became friends.
Even the football players said, even the football players went up to him and said, hey man, if you mess with Ruben again, you have to do with all of us, the football team.
Oh, that's
my mom got a bullying story where the guy kept pulling her hair when they was walking home from school. Mm-hmm. And he did it every day. And one particular day she was walking with a stick because she kind of was expecting it. He ain't think nothing of this stick inside her hand.
Oh yeah.
And he went to tug her hair, and once you have a breaking point,
right? Yeah. That's
it. When those levees break, I don't care if you was the nicest, sweetest, softest person ever. Remember, but she turned around and she wound up tearing him up with the stick, and she ran for her life, but he never messed with her again. Right. But it's just like the movie on the Christmas Story, where they kept bullying Ralph and bullying him. And he just started
keep on bullying Ralph, start kicking your ass.
He just started beating the dude up, right, left. And then the mom had to come out there and pull him up off him. And he was crying, and he thought that he was in trouble. And the little brother said the infamous part, Daddy's gonna kill Ralphie. And they understood, because they knew that wasn't his persona. He wasn't no rowdy kid. He wasn't a bad kid. And they don't know he getting bullied every day, because a lot of time he coming in, it's just holding it all inside. Like a lot of kids, a lot of kids across America do, man. We don't know what these kids face and encounter until it actually hits the forefront. Like, what? They bullying you for how long? When you find out it's been for a long time, you want immediate action.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't try to. I see the one most important thing that happens with my household is we ask my daughter every day, how was school? Did anybody bother you? Right. We don't beat around the bush. And it's sad that we have to ask her, but you know what? It's better that we ask her every day and not know what's happening with my child. I'm saying,
and the nicest ones have that moment, and sadly, it's just like,
if I can prevent
messed up, if that's Isabella, she just have enough.
If I can prevent that happening to a 10-day, if I can prevent that into a stretched out to a 10-day thing or a monthly thing, you know what? If it happens that day, it will happen that day and only that day. It won't happen again. Because you know what? Damn well, best believe, I'll cause a ruckus.
Stopping it right there.
I'll stop it.
nip
You
in the
know
bud.
what? We live in an age where bullying is just a part of life. You know what? It shouldn't be a part of life.
Man, look,
You
ask a couple of my neighbors what they seen last summer. They was like, yo, like I rolled past your house and I saw you and your daughter with the boxing gloves on. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. She got a pink pair. She got a pink pair of
Where'd you get those?
custom boxing gloves. I got them from Walmart.
I'm gonna have to give me a pair.
Yeah, they come with the pads.
Teach my daughter.
They come with the pads too.
Oh.
And Bree knows. She goes right jab, right hook, right uppercut, left uppercut, dip to the right, dip to the left, and it's swift. Boom, 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 shoo, shoo. Boom, 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 shoo, shoo.
I know you guys had,
I'm scared of her.
many years of training and everything like that, but I just want to throw this out there. You maybe want to go check him out and see him because he actually done shows here many times, and he actually trains CIA agents and he's training Jimmy Cam. Just let him know you're from Hamilton Radio, and
Word.
he'll try to hook you up.
Word.
He trains CIA agents, and he's actually training.
Yeah, he
voters.
teach some hand-to-hand pressure point
Yeah,
shit right
I want my
Shut
daughter to
your
kick
whole
somebody's
right
ass
side
and
down.
they bother her. You know what I'm saying?
if
Hey,
you
listen,
need
Walmart.
information, And you talk to someone, hey, we're hosts at Hamilton Radio, and
Or you could do what I did. Go to Walmart, get the Everlast gloves.
I'm gonna get those.
I got the black pair and the pink pair with the hand pads.
If you want to give them any additional, training or something like that.
Yeah.
Jim trains kids that young.
But I want to be hands-on with them because we're bonding.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't want to send her off to some assassin. And
She come back, you don't know who she is. She be looking at you like, she look at you like, you messing with me?
yeah. Now I gotta ask her permission. Can I get something to eat?
Yeah, right.
Like she's sending me to bed. I would like the more because that's the bond that me and my brother had. You know what I mean? And that's why he was like this closest thing to God in my life.
You can be there, with her. You could probably even.
You already see I'm starting it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
I'm already starting it.
Yeah. I'm telling you,
That's what I'm
man.
saying.
Go to
But if you
Walmart,
guys
get the
are-
gloves.
After the show, I'll give you his info too.
Yeah.
He's right in Hamilton.
Word.
Yeah, and like I said, he's training MMA fighters right now. They're in tournaments, and he travels the world training people like that. And his gym's not too far from here, and he's coming back to do a show here on Hamilton Radio.
Nice.
Yeah. So real nice guy. He's one of those big white dudes and everything, but nice guy. And just tell him situation. You still I'm saying you still have that bond with your kids and everything.
Yeah.
Just saying anything to add on to it.
Word.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, cause and I'm not wrong for thinking that way. Like even Sheba is an
gotta
advocate
protect
of
your daughters any way you
listen.
can.
Hey, listen. When me and Bree out there boxing, Sheba's only beef with us sparring and stuff.
Don't hit it.
It's no. It's that she's not using her legs. And I'm like, right. I just more focus on boxing because that's the way I came up. But her mom, it's like, that punch would have been so good if it came with a right sweep. I'm like, what are you thinking? Where is your mind at?
Trying to train an assassin.
She's a freak over that wrestling stuff. Like she studies that. Get him down. If you would have choked, if you would have had his hand like this, he would have submitted and tapped. I don't know nothing about the submitting and tap. I just know boxing. You down, I count to 10, I won. So Mayweather stuff. She's more of like McGregor, Octagon. She loves that stuff.
Oh, I know I don't have any kids, but I would show them some stuff that I know. But I know there's always people that know more than what I know.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Never be ashamed to get your kids additional fight defense training. You know what I mean? You teach them what you know, and then even if you take the classes with them, you can actually bond together even with the classes. Together, like on your free time and stuff like that. It's not taking away the bond. It's just you can learn some additional stuff that because you always learn something like.
I'm this type of person.
Yeah.
I'll send her there, let her learn everything she know, and be like, try it on me. And that's my training. Now that's both of our training. Yeah, same way.
Same way, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Never feel ashamed. To get your kids. And if I had kids, I would do the same thing.
I'm gonna keep it real. Bree hands are nice. Like when if Bree messing around, She'll get the chin. She'll get it.
Though.
And I'm like, listen, if once she start using her legs, that's a wrap. That's a wrap. And she already good in gymnastics and all flexible and all that stuff too. She would be a damn assassin.
Real quick.
Yep.
We have 4 minutes. Shout outs. We actually did a actual hour on an hour tonight for the first time.
Word. Still rocked it through. Shout outs, man. So shout out to Hamilton Radio. Shout out to Ralph. Shout out to Ruben. Shout out to my entire family, man. You know, Bree, Byron, Sheba, my mom, my nieces, you know, my sister, all my nieces and nephews, man. Happy birthday, Vinny. Love you, sir. Shout out to my pop. Shout out to everybody that had tuned in. Much appreciation to y'all.
Shout out to everybody. Everybody that tunes in. You know, weekly. Shout out to everybody around the world listening. Our local listeners, our local viewers, Facebook, YouTube. You know, website. You know the stream. You know, this is just more than the podcast. This is a legit radio station. We're going to be moving to another station and much bigger, and you'll see, you know, the magic of how this will become, you know, a better station. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking to launch another show, a sub show, not on this magnitude, but something small, you know, like a 15-minute, 20-minute, 30-minute deal, you know, less than that. Talking about liquors and spirits. So look for that. Be on the lookout for that. Mr. Ability Kid's gonna be doing a Wild Wild West show, Comedy Fest show soon, right?
Yep, double hitter back to back, March 28th and March 29th. Thursday
Make sure you
and
check
Friday.
him out. Make sure you check him out at Champions in Trenton, off of Chambers Street. And again, look out for us doing bigger things. I'm working on things.
Shout out to the RZA's little brother who just liked my profile picture. That's real stuff. That's real.
Shout
Shout
out to my wife. Listen, you know, just keep fighting. And you know, hopefully they got it all. And just keep positive. You know, keep praying. Shout out to you. You know, everybody here's got you in your prayers. Shout out to my daughter. You know, don't give up. Always fight.
At all, yeah. You got a whole bunch of people rocking with you and behind you.
Exactly. You got a lot of people
totally
around
understandable.
you. You got a big support system. You know,
Yep.
you got a lot of people that love you. You know, you got people that are fans. I'm your fan. You know, so, you know, I'm gonna fight for you every day. Every day I have to. I'm gonna.
We're
fight.
gonna have you and Bree sparring. Y'all gonna be assassins by the end of the summer.
And shout out to my little man, my little junior. So
That's right. And you're gonna be knocking them all out.
yeah, I'm gonna train you to knock
As
them
soon
out.
as you can stand on two
So,
feet.
shout out to, you know, everybody that's a part of my life. You know, all you guys. Doesn't matter if I don't see you today, tomorrow. You know, if I see you on the book, you know, you're still part of my life. You know, Dave, you're in my prayers. I hope you pull through this. You're a good dude. You're good people. I know you many years. You know, you're in my prayers. So that said, you know, live life like it's it's the last day. Live life like it's your last moment. Like it's, you know, live it, and appreciate it.
And check
So,
on
you know-
y'all kids too, man, and just ask them how their day is
Yeah.
periodically, man. Check their social medias and everything, man, because it's also cyberbullying and all of that stuff too.
Yeah, live
I honestly get the truth from them.
live life like it's like it's meant to be. You know, appreciate it, and you know, if you need some help, you know, call us. Let us know if you need. We got you. You know what I'm saying? Don't call me in the middle of the night, 3 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? If I gotta be at work at 7 o'clock in the morning, that's not gonna work. But you know, respectfully, if you need something, let us know. We got you. You know what I'm saying? But we're the Freestyle Freaks on HamiltonRadio.net. I'm Ralphie Rotten, also known as DJ Noise. This is Billy the Kid. This is Ruben behind the tables. Shout out to Hamilton Radio, the whole squad, everybody, the whole family. We're the Freestyle Freaks on Monday nights, and we're out. See you next week. Peace.
Peace.